we aim to be at least 30% cheaper than the originals, which has got to be a good deal for our business customers and our customers coming through the shop as well.
It's a less expensive alternative. So if in a recession, those looking for a less expensive alternative can come to us for that option.
We help people save money on products which is basically a commodity, a product which is essential to everyday life these days.
I'm really fortunate to be involved in Cartridge World because my business has been growing during the recession, and the reason for that, I believe, is that we're offering customers what they're looking for. They're looking to save money. They don't like paying the high costs of manufacturers' cartridges. With the cartridge refilled offering, it's just a great alternative for them. The great thing with franchise is that you can speak to store owners and you can get feedback and you get a kind of feel of what the business is about.
If you do your maths well and you apply the strategy that Cartridge World has set out, you can earn good returns on selling the franchise as well.
Well, I've got my brother to thank for that. He's had his store in Nuneaton for the last 6 years, and I've seen him grow his business rapidly over that period of time, and he alerted me to the opportunity that came up last October with the store in Coventry coming up for sale, so we jumped at it.
I actually bought my first Cartridge World cartridge when I was employed at an invoice discounting company. And it was such an easy choice to make. I was wanting to invest in the business at that particular time, and when I could get something half the price so simply, it had to be the right choice. So I actually made some investigations, and 6 months later I owned my first Cartridge World store.
I like the idea of the green aspect, being able to help save the environment as well. Cartridge World has worked for us as a good family business, simply because its busy times mirror the school terms. So we tend to be quieter at Easter, during the summer and during the Christmas holidays. So it worked well for my family when they were growing up.
That's a really funny thing to ask me as well, because I've just bought another Cartridge World store, my Bognor Regis store, and employed my son to run it with his girlfriend. So I've actually got a really good family-run business. He's loving it, and it just means that I can spend more time with my family, but running my business, which is perfect for me.
Actually, my business is a family business. I'm very fortunate that I have my 2 sisters, and I have my dad, and my daughter, and my partner's daughter, and we all work together.
We pool ideas and business ideas, how we do things together, who we buy from, marketing ideas, and that has helped us. It's also like being part of a club, so it helps you not to feel quite so alone.
People are very helpful. And the funny thing is that we all doing the same thing, but because stores are in different areas, some stores are specialized in doing a certain type of cartridge, or they invented something and how to make remanufacturing or refilling of one specific cartridge absolutely 100% failure proof. So you call that person up and they're more than willing to help. They might even come down to your shop to show it to you. So the support in the network is absolutely brilliant.
I would sum that up in 2 words as being helpful and friendly.
I've always believed that owning a franchise is a brilliant business thing, but it's also other franchisees helping each other, being a family and helping each other solve their problems. And that to me is what franchising is all about.
Well, the Recycle It scheme that we run with 6 schools locally has been really successful. It opens our brand out to parents, governors, head teachers at the school. It's a great way in which we can actually work with a school and develop a relationship by allowing their parents to donate cartridges. In turn, we then pay the school for that privilege.
You get to know a lot of people. I've met most of my neighbours by them coming into my shop, having seen very often my Cartridge World car parked on my drive, and they're often asking who's the chap who lives in my road. So I don't mean our neighbours locally in my road, I meet them in my shop. So as a local businessman, you get to meet a lot of people.
I've managed within my local area to help lots of charities and schools. It gives you quite a high profile within your local community.
Well, even my 17-year-old daughter helps me with the new concession store that I have in my village. So she stocks it, my son runs the Bognor Regis store, and my wife does all the salaries. So it's a really family-run business.
My kids think that we are the Willy Wonka of the ink world. They love my shop, they love coming in and seeing the gadgets and how it all works. My daughter's really into science and she just adores coming into the shop.
I have 4 children. My 2 eldest, an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old girl. They love the funky car. They like wearing the Cartridge World hats.
Cartridge World are ultimately looking for people to represent their brand within their local area. And Cartridge World owners, they come from all walks of life, but in all cases we have a very thorough discovery process to ensure that you are right for the business, by the same token that the business is right for you, which is very important.